What's going on, everybody? I'm back with some more Pokemon battles, this time in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Now, I had intended to do another set of 4 battles, like I did with Scarlet and Violet, with 2 single battles and 2 double battles. But apparently nobody plays this double, and everyone who plays it single is a lot better at this than I am, as you'll soon see. So I led with my Raichu. I will always have a Raichu on my team, it's my favorite. Fortunately, that he narrowly lived that earthquake.
It's a one-hit wonder!
And was able to one-shot that Aerodactyl. Wasn't 100% sure that was going to happen given the rock typing. So I don't really have a lot I can do here. My Raichu's got 5 hit points left, and this Venusaur is now a Mega Venusaur. So, I'm kind of screwed, and anything I switched into would probably be screwed, so I sort of did a Desperation Thunderbolt here, knowing I wouldn't do much damage, hoping to get a Paralysis. That didn't happen. Finishes me off with a quick Mega Drain. No way that Raichu was going to live that with 5 HP. Sending in my Beedrill here. Kind of had a dumb moment. Forgot that Venusaur was poison, which really limited my options, and I realized that after I'd sent the Beedrill out, so I thought, well, hell. Let's use X-Scissor. That's what's probably going to do the most damage. And it didn't do a lot, but it did a whole lot more than Thunderbolt did, so I thought, okay, maybe I can make this work. I'm going to resist pretty well the Mega Drain, and Leech Seed's going to take a little more, but even with those two, with how little damage Mega Drain's doing, it's not going to really keep it alive long. So I just keep hammering away at it with X-Scissor, hoping that eventually I'll get it down to low or no HP. He realized what I was doing, though. Took out the Mega Venusaur and sent in the Alolan Muck in its place. And this is the thing that really screwed me here. I knew that that Dark was weak to Bug. Did not remember that apparently Poison resists Bug. I mean, I figured that out with Venusaur. But fortunately, I had that Drill Run, which would take advantage of the Poison typing there with the Muck and do some super effective damage. However, then he starts this whole string of using Acid Armor. Boosts the defense, which is going to severely mitigate anything that my Beedrill can do since it's all physical attacks. So I thought, well, okay, let's keep going with Drill Run. That's working well for me. It's super effective, even if this Acid Armor is going to dramatically boost its defense. So we'll give it a shot. So I'm hoping this last Drill Run can finish it off, but that last Acid Armor made its defense too high, and here is where everything comes undone. When it starts this chain of Minimize, which is never a move I think to use, but always foils any strategy I have, just like it did here. One Minimize, and he misses the Drill Run that probably not, but possibly could have killed this Muck if it got a critical hit. Then, of course, it uses Rest and undoes all of the damage I had just done, except now with +2 to Evasiveness and +4 to Defense. So, I've got nothing better to do. I'm still using Drill Run. There's the crit I was looking for, just not when I was looking for it. However, it does get him back down into the yellow, so I thought, okay, if I can get a couple more lucky hits, maybe one more lucky crit, I can manage this. Except that that Leech Life took the last of Beedrill's health. Or Leech Seed, whatever. So here comes my Machamp, and I thought, okay, Dark typing, I got this. Superpower. Except, you know, that Acid Armor, that really bulked it up, and the Poison, I guess, gave it some defense. I don't honestly know Poison typing that well, I will openly admit. So I thought, well, okay, I need to rethink my strategy. Let me use this Light Screen here, so if it pulls out a Psychic or something, maybe Machamp has a prayer of living if we can get some resistance to special moves. Then it goes and uses that damn sleep again, undoing everything my Beedrill did. So I say, okay, let's see what a Hyper Beam can do. Because this Machamp, which I did completely just to see how fun it would be, is a special Machamp. Superpower is a physical move, I know, but I don't think Machamp learns any special fighting moves in Let's Go. So there was the one physical move. So I think, okay, Hyper Beam didn't work too well, maybe I can get a burn. So I went for that Fire Blast, and of course, because it sucks with accuracy anyway, and there was a Minimize up, it misses. And now there's 2 Minimizes up. And I thought, well, okay, I know this is never going to work. Let me go into Pidgeot. Maybe I can do something here. Then it has a 3rd Minimize, so its evasiveness is now +6. And I'm never going to be able to hit anything. Light Screen wore off, but whatever, I wasn't super worried about that. Now it uses another Acid Armor, so now both defense and evasiveness are at a +6. So even if I do hit it, it's not going to do me any good. So I think, okay, maybe I can get some damage and not totally waste a turn and use U-turn. Well, it missed, of course. And then it missed again. And I didn't really have a chance to do anything after those 2 misses because that critical hit took out my Pidgeot. So the only technically non-Kanto Pokemon I've got on this team is a Alolan Marowak, just because it's so damn cool. And I forgot that Dark was super effective against Ghost, so basically sent him to his doom there. Fortunately managed to get off a Shadow Ball. Unfortunately did next to no damage. It did get a special defense drop, but I mean, what good's that gonna do me? So there Alolan Marowak's down, sent in just in time to die. And I thought, well, hell, back to Machamp. Running out of strategies here, running out of options. Went for the Hyper Beam again, because I knew Fire Blast would miss. Hyper Beam does fortunately connect, and thanks to that special defense drop that the Alolan Marowak got, does some pretty decent damage. So that Marowak wasn't a total waste, I guess. He does hit me with the critical hit with the Crunch, but thanks to the resistance, still doesn't do a whole lot. And he realizes another Hyper Beam's going to take him out. So here he shifts into Executor, which is exactly what I didn't need to happen on my recharge turn, because I had no way to get around that Psychic. And as soon as I saw the Pokemon, I knew what it was going to be. Kabutops is all I've got left now. So I thought, maybe it'll set up something or use Psychic and let me get this Swords Dance off to get the +2 in attack.
Gone! It's a one-hit wonder!
This was honestly just not a great battle for me. I forgot my typings, I underestimated some of these Pokemon. I just sucked that up. So I thought, okay, no problem, that's my warm-up. Oak and King Eevee, that's gonna be my time to shine. This is when I'll excel. And then the bastard sends out a Mewtwo. Alright? Right off the bat, I'm against the strongest Pokemon in the game. No problem, my bunch of regular dudes, because I am not a legendary using noob, they'll be fine.
Gone! It's a one-hit wonder!
Until the Mewtwo one-hits my Beedrill with Psychic. So in comes that Alolan Marowak again. I think, okay, Ghost. That's super effective against Psychic. I can get that off. Unfortunately, Mewtwo is freakishly fast and manages to take out 3/4 of Marowak's health before it even gets one attack off. Of course, it wasn't enough that he sent out a legendary. He sent out a legendary that he then Mega Evolved, and then took out my Marowak. So for anyone watching, tell me, what are your top 6 Kanto Pokemon? And other forms are fine, as long as the original Pokemon was from Kanto. Tell me what your Kanto Dream Team would be, as we watch my Pidgeot get decimated by this Mewtwo. Fortunately, though, he gets off an Air Slash. Unfortunately, does next to nothing. Here Mewtwo comes to finish it off with a Psychic, and that's half my team. It's looking like I'm gonna get swept by this Mega Mewtwo. So in comes trusty old Kabutops, my not as performing as well as I would have liked, but favorite fossil Pokemon. and almost goes down in one hit to a damn Psychic. However, he pulls it off for me. He gets a critical hit with a stab attack. That waterfall takes out the Mewtwo. I think, okay, here it is. Here is my time to shine. I can come back from this. So I start trying to recover a little bit of health. Use the Leech Life there. That's a good 3, maybe 4 hit KO. And I'm getting some health back. And then I forgot your partner Pokemon in these games have these broken-ass whatever type you want moves. So he pulls out this 4 times effective grass move, and Kabutops is history. Alright, no problem. I have the perfect counter for this. Send in my Dollar Tree Goro, use some superpower. Eevee's faster, so it's going to get off this Buzzy Buzz, and that's going to paralyze me. It's not great. That guarantees that I'm going to get outsped by everything. But, fortunately, the paralysis doesn't kick in here. That superpower is able to take out the Eevee. So here, we've got Venusaur back in. Not the same Venusaur, but I still have a grudge against it. So I think, okay, awesome. We've got Fire Blast. And it hits, and the paralysis doesn't kick in. But it does just under half damage. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can get a burn. I don't that first time. Okay, all I need is one of the 2 to burn it, to take it out. Unfortunately, paralysis kept me from firing off my second one. My third one lands with that tiny sliver of health and does not get a burn. So I need to make sure this hits. So I'm not going to use Fire Blast. And I don't want to get stuck on a turn of recharge. So I'm not going to use Hyper Beam. Superpower, fine. It's going to drop my attack by 1 stage. That's my only physical move. It's going to drop my defense by 1 stage. We all know whatever takes this out is going to be special anyway. Now I've got this Raticate, and I'm thinking, wait, that's normal and dark because it's a lowland. I can take this out in 1 hit even with my attack drop because it's 4 times effective. Almost lose to that crunch. He gets around the paralysis.
Gone! It's a one-hit wonder!
Even with the attack drop, that superpower 1-hit KOs this Raticate. I was wondering about these shinies, thinking, man, he must do a lot of shiny hunting. And then he sent out a shiny Gengar named Piplup.net. And I'm like, oh, these are all just hacked. Okay, I took the time to actually work for my Kabutops. But, whatever. Whatever he wants to do is fine. So I'm like, okay, let's send out Raichu to spank this hacker back down. I knew that Psychic was going to get hit hard, although I thought it was going to hit harder than that. So, not only is Thunderbolt my strongest move, I'm hoping that it can get me a paralysis. It doesn't, but Raichu resists the Dazzling Gleam just as well as it did the Psychic. Get off that second Thunderbolt. Hacked Gengar is down. Now, their last Pokemon is this Charizard, and I have the type advantage. Electric versus Flying. This is a 1-hit KO for sure. I call bullshit. That is absolutely 1 hit point. Utter bullshit. That should have been a 1-hit KO. That's how I lost the battle. However, I'm pretty proud of myself and my Pokemon because we had a great comeback after the shenanigans with that Mewtwo. Thanks for watching, everyone.